Fro, my shit ice cold, Trae Young. And you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. You hitting all the reads. Pack your shit like you finna leave. I go and hide your keys. Put you in position to win. Bless you without a sneeze. Bust you down in all the VV. Yeah, we was getting cheap. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trae Young. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trae Young.
Shit ice cold, Trae Young.
Fro, my shit ice cold, Trae Young. And you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. You hitting all the reads. Pack your shit like you finna leave. I go and hide your keys. Put you in position to win. Bless you without a sneeze. Bust you down in all the VV. Yeah, we was getting cheap. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trae Young. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trae Young.
Shit ice cold, Trae Young.
What's good, family? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's really good? Talk to me. Talk to me. Yo, it's your boy Demond here, man. We Talk Hawks TV. We Talk Hawks daily. Had to come tap in with y'all, man. Had to come tap in with y'all, man. Listen. Hey, Hawks Twitter is crazy today. Hawks Twitter was crazy today, man. Cats was throwing shots. Cats was commenting on the tweets. Hawks Twitter was off the chain today. I know y'all was tapped in on it, man. But first, y'all know, before I get started, let me. I gotta show people love who supporting the channel, man. Salute to Barnesy in the building, man. Salute to Ruffin Man in the building. Salute to Dap Lover. Ferro in the building. Salute my guy Rail running. Hey, them boys trying to make that run to the finals. That's my guy Rail, man. If you're a Luca Doncic fan, a Maverick fan, go holler at my guy Rail and King over there. We talk Mavs, man. Get at them. Good, solid folks. They my people. Salute the homeboy Uncle Freezy in the building. Go tap in with Freezy. Y'all, Freezy be up here all the time. Y'all know Freezy, man. Nick fan. Y'all go holler at my guy, man. Holler at my guy. Who else in here? Salute to the homeboy Giff in the building. Carl in the building. Marion in the building. Craig in the building. Salute Kool-Aid. Dame in the building. Salute my guy. Salute. Let's get it popping real quick, man. Let's get it popping. We got the homeboy RJ in the building, man, tapping in. Y'all see the man. Don't be scared. Tap in, man. Tap in. Hey, salute to the homeboy Ballhead Trey in the building. Carlos in the building. Salute number one Hawks hater Raj in the building. Hey, so you know, we get something this morning, man. I guess on Twitter. And they already done posted the homeboy, the dude Steak Shapiro from 92.9 The Game, right? Saying, what did he say? Basically, he was like watching Luca Doncic play right now, right? Playing in a Western Conference final, being clutch like it was last night. Basically regretting that we traded Luca for Trey. Right now, let me tell y'all something, man. Everybody, man, it got so many comments under there, man. They was going at Steak Shapiro today, man. But I will say this, dog. This is why I keep telling y'all, Tony Wrestler spend the money. This why I tell y'all that. Y'all, we over here talking about keep these dudes like Hunter and Double. We gotta get the better players. Because guess what? If we got better talent and wasn't penny pinching all the time, maybe we still playing right now.
Yeah, we're definitely still playing right now.
And that's what I be talking about. Because guess what? If we still playing right now, conversations like this don't come up from the radio station. Comments like that don't come up if we still playing. Hell, or we was a second round team, but the owner don't want to spend no money. And then when I be saying that stuff, people be coming at me like, well, he said he gonna spend the money whenever. When he gonna spend it? When? And I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. With Steak, bro, he didn't really, in my opinion, to me, he didn't really say nothing. Bro, it's a lot of Hawk fans, casual Hawk fans, who they love Luca Doncic.
Yeah, Luca's nice. I like watching him play.
Luka Doncic.
I like watching Luca play.
Yeah,
man.
so some of them there are probably fans who watching the Mavs playing like, damn, we could have had this guy. I mean, like, to me, he didn't say nothing out of pocket. So I mean, I don't know why people was upset with him. You know, but like I said, guess what? If we're playing right now, if we're playing right now, or we maybe just got eliminated, that conversation don't come up.
Yeah, but the simple fact is that I mean, I had to listen to what he said just earlier, but he didn't say anything crazy. But it's just always the comments that get you, like, oh man, Luca better than Trey, all this kind of stuff. When it's like, bro, obviously, if the owner spends money, gets the talent around the team, we're in a better position. Like,
right, that's what I'm saying.
And Dame and Damon and Marion, man, listen, man. If you look at what Luca has and what Trey has, is just as far as a team aspect, bro, exactly. It's not even close, bro. It's not even close because we all can agree Trae Young's defense is bad. Luca's defense is right on par with Trae Young's defense. It's horrible. It's horrible. But you know what they did? They said, look, we gonna have our 5 and our 4. Anything to get by Luca, y'all clean that up.
Right.
They got a bench that plays defense with PJ Washington. The biggest difference is you have a franchise that believes in winning, and then there's another franchise that just wants to sell tickets.
And that's the only difference.
That's the only difference. And for people to, and for everybody that keep talking about, Luca's better than Trey and all this other stuff, man, I tell people this, man, you got to look at people's situations. The situations ain't the same. Luca went to a team, one that has won championship. They have a championship pedigree. They have put the pieces in place for him to be successful. It's a different dynamic. You know what I'm saying? So you really can't compare the two. Now, Trey was in a situation where he had all the pieces that were necessary. Then you can make an argument, but I can't sit back and just, man, the situations are just too different for me, man. They too different.
I gotta push back. Y'all love to say Trey better than somebody else. How you can't say Luca better than him?
You can
I
say
never
that.
said Trey was better
You
than
could-
anybody. That never came
I
out of
do.
my
I'm
mouth.
talking about everybody. Y'all love to
Oh.
say Trey better than Hallie, Trey better than Jalen,
Well, he
with
is.
no hesitation. So
He
why
is.
can't you say Luca better than Trey?
You can.
Okay, then that's all I'm asking. Javon, you know why I'm here. I'm here for a specific reason. When you get to it,
Y'all know, man. If y'all didn't know, okay, I'm gonna remind people. If you are a member of New Pat City on Facebook, okay, if you remember that group, you know who I wanted. If you remember that group, you seen that video that I put up draft night when they said we gonna trade that 3rd overall pick we had. You know, listen, man, listen.
Who is you eyeing?
Bro, I wanted to keep Luka Doncic.
Oh, okay.
And I said, don't do it. Don't make the trade. Don't not trade this guy. It's a whole video, man. I gotta go find it in New Pack City. I was mad as shit that day. But listen.
Yeah.
This is my deal. The trade, to me, all that is water under the bridge. To me,
Yeah.
it's water under the bridge. It's done. It's overdone with this shit like 5 years ago. My issue was this: my owner has not put the proper pieces around this guy. That is my problem. Why would you trade Luca Doncic for this type of player in Trae Young and not already have a plan on how you gonna build around this guy? This is year 6 who just finished with Trae Young, bro, and they ain't figured it out yet. What's the common denominator? The owner. Why am I bringing him up? Because he ain't in the front. Because he has dabbled. Not in the business side, but he's dabbled on the personnel side where he don't have the experience. He don't have the experience. Why do you hire a president of basketball if you gonna make moves behind the GM back?
We trying to figure it out today.
That's
we don't
crazy.
know. We don't know what the plan is for the team.
And then the thing about what 92.9 The Game said is this, man. Listen, I tell people, bro, they have like a business relationship with the Hawks.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They can't really like go after the front office like that. So what's the easiest thing to criticize? The best player on the team, right?
Yep.
You can't criticize the owner because y'all got your boss got a business relationship over there with the Hawks. So you can't say too much. Come on, man. They send Steve Koonin over there to talk to him.
Koonin is the CEO. They said Koonin is the CEO, right?
Yeah, he's the TV guy.
Yeah.
They gave him the CEO title.
a CEO, COO.
He's the
CEO,
TV guy.
Okay.
And bro, come on, man. But see, that's why I made this channel, because you can come over here and say what you want over here. You can say what you want over here. But I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I'm gonna tell you like this. We know what the problem is. Everybody know. It's the owner. We don't spend the money.
That's the one thing you can't fix.
Who, bro? We be up here every night. We up here every night arguing about non-all-star caliber players.
Should we keep DeAndre Hunter or not?
So this the thing is, you saying. So therefore, if we would have took Luca, it would have been the same old thing. You know why? Because of the owners.
Yeah.
Well, let me do you like this.
You would have stuck Luca with this ownership and this management with a first time coach, and you would have got the same thing.
We all know what the problem is, man.
Let me take it one further. Let me take it one further, Kool-Aid. For those people that's sour that we didn't get Luca, if we had gotten Luca, he would have asked for a trade by now. Because look at all he did in Dallas. When he first got to Dallas, he told them, I can't play with Porzingis. You need to get rid of him. They got rid of him. He said, I didn't like the coach Rick Carlisle. I know he won a championship, but I need a better coach. They got rid of him. Everything that Luca has asked for, they've done. Now, put him in Atlanta. How long have Trey been asking to get some help?
He got Murray.
He got Murray, but that's about it. I mean, did he
What
get
you
a big
mean?
He got
but-
Murray.
That's
He
a
got
bad.
Murray.
No,
We
he
got
just,
Murray.
That's an
We got
awful
rid of
move.
JC and Kev. We got rid of
Bruh.
Kev and JC. We salary dumped him. As soon
bro.
as he got Murray, we salary dumped the next two best scorers.
what is Murray? What is Murray? What is Murray?
Bruh,
The
he
point,
asked for
Lamar's point
Murray.
is Trey asked for
According to
him.
his career, what is
He
Murray?
asked
The
for
point
Murray.
is Jamon saying he asked for him.
He asked for him, bro.
I know y'all say he
We
asked for
have
him, but
catered to Trey, bro.
no,
I thought the
see, I don't hear. I did
organization-
not. I can go back and play Nate McMillan setting that up to get Murray. I got it on board. I can go pull it up.
What?
Nate McMillan set that up for Murray to come here. He
Whatever.
said it.
Set that up.
It's on.
Whatever.
It's on video.
So he went over to GM who didn't want to do it and got him here.
And so Trey just was happy to hear that he was coming. Nate McMillan set it all up because
Nate McMillan went over the GM in
Trey
Florida
off ball.
and got it done.
And I can go get the video where he was happy to say, "Oh yeah, we can Murray so we can play him off ball."
Yeah, I need this video.
Yeah, I need the video.
Okay,
Listen,
I
man.
go find, when I pull the video up. When I find the video,
I need this video.
I'm gonna bring it to the podcast. And I'm gonna show it to you. I'm
Hey,
gonna see if
well,
I can
here's the
find
thing
it.
with
But
the Murray
I got it. So, oh, we got it. We gonna. This is the man right here. We gonna play him off ball.
That don't mean he did
Trae
it.
Young just said he was happy to hear
If I
that he
get,
was coming. Trae
you
Young
gonna
said
get me a new player, I'm gonna say, yeah, how I'm gonna use it.
Trae Young only said, "Get me some help." Trae Young only said what you always say, "Get me some help." And guess what they went and did? They went and got Murray, who was a reserve All-Star. Murray was
He
a
wanted
player.
Murray.
They
He
was
did not
friends.
want-
They
He
became
was-
friends in the
they knew
All-Star game.
Murray.
Bro, Travis Link told them dudes, don't do it.
I know Travis Link told the management not to do it, but you can't
So
just
how,
put it
so
on
how
Trae
Nate
and
overruled
saying
him?
that he all outright was the reason why Murray's on this team. Because he
Man,
wasn't.
listen.
He was just happy to hear
No,
that he
it
was
was
coming.
Trey, Nick,
He
and
just asked
Landry.
for help, and he heard that they was going to select Murray, and he was happy to hear that he was
So you
coming.
telling me that the front office just woke up one day and said, "Hey, you know what? We should go get DeJounte Murray. We should go get another
No,
point
sound
guard."
like they
No,
said,
I'm
Nate,
finna
you in
tell you
charge.
how
Whatever
Murray
What?
got to this. You know how Murray got to this team. Called Pop made that gesture. Go listen to what Pop said. Go listen
What did
to it.
Pop say?
Go listen to
Pop
Murray
didn't-
what he said and up in
Not
smoke.
finna call Carl
Hold on,
Carter Cap
hold
on
on,
him.
Hold on,
tell you what-
man. Hold on.
I'm gonna tell you what
man.
Murray said out of his mouth and up in smoke.
Hold on,
Murray
man.
said, "This is what I'm finna tell you." He said that Pop came to him and told him that he was going to be traded. And he said
Not
that "What
necessarily to the
team do
Hawks.
you want to go to?" And then Murray said, "Well, I go to Atlanta because I pretty much have something to do with Atlanta." And that's when Pop started that pimping
So
on Atlanta.
Murray wanted to come to Atlanta.
So
Why?
that-
I'm Nate, Pop,
Go listen
So out of all the,
Not-
Cap, Big
teams,
Cap. What my
When I saw that up in smoke, I thought that Murray said that Atlanta had came to us and
No,
said we
man,
wanted him.
that's
Thank
not how that
you.
went down, man.
Pop,
That's
Yeah.
not how
Pop
that
came
went
to
down.
him.
Nah,
Listen to him.
that's
He-
what
He
happened.
said Pop came to him
Listen,
and
man.
asked him, "Do he want where he want to go play?"
No, he didn't know that. That didn't happen. That didn't happen.
Okay, go listen up and smoke again.
I
No,
listened to
no.
it, but
What-
he said
listen,
we wanted.
Murray-
And then
Hold on, man. Let me get this out, man. Murray was not even on the trade block at the time.
Yeah, you
He
was.
wasn't even. They wasn't trying to trade him at the time.
Pop was
happened
trying to
was
trade him to
Trey
make room for
Trey-
Wemby.
Wemby went to the next year.
Hold on.
What?
No, they could have drafted Wemby
Wemby,
anyway.
yeah.
They would have had Wemby anyway with Murray. The thing is, Murray was not on the trade front office, and Trae Young wanted to go out and get Trey to pair along with Murray. He had been an all-star that year, so they figured it would be a good chemistry between the two guys, man. Murray wasn't even on the trade block at the time.
Yeah, we just wanted to
The
get him.
Atlanta Hawks initiated
Listen to what I'm
along with
telling
Trae
you.
Young, the trade
Go
for
and listen
DeJounte Murray.
to Spurs
listen,
fans
when
and
we
claim.
got Murray. Hold on, man.
Y'all
When we
jumping
got
too much
Murray,
on Trae
the
Young,
only
man.
thing-
Everything is
Ain't
Trae Young
nobody
fault. That is
jumping on
not
Trae.
true.
Trey
Man,
wanted it. No one said he got him.
Nobody was dumping on Trae Young. The original
I'm
point,
trying
like no. The original point was Marion said Luca Doncic asked to play with a certain player. They went and did it. And then I said, well, Trae Young did the same thing because he asked for
I agree.
Murray. We're not dumping on Trae Young. What are you
Well,
talking about?
I'm saying, but Trae Young that was not the main reason why Murray came here. He just asked for help. He just was happy to hear that Murray was coming. I'm telling you, Pop had listen to what I'm telling you. Pop had already started the process of moving Murray because he was not going to give Murray that contract. He didn't want to give him that contract. He was already in the process of moving Murray. I'm telling you right now, I'm listening to what Pop said. I'm listening to what Murray said. I'm listening to what Coach Nate said. And I'm telling you right now, when he did that, he was already in the process of moving Murray to go and get Wemby. Period. That was his old plan from the time that whole process started.
They already had the first overall pick. They already had him.
I know I just got in this club, and good evening, gentlemen.
What's up, John?
Now, Kool-Aid. Now let's go back. We got to go back. Not way back, but a little bit back. Trae Young asked for help his second year here. Okay, this wasn't the first time Trae Young was asking for help.
Oh yeah, Clint.
Yeah, and I think that's who they went and got. They went and got Clint to help them rebound a little bit better, if I'm not mistaken.
When he asked for help, when he went for help for them to go to the Eastern Conference Final.
The Eastern Conference Finals.
And Clint.
Well, hey, Kool-Aid, the Eastern Conference Finals was on nobody's radar.
It wasn't on nobody's radar, but I'm saying when he asked for help before the Eastern Conference Final, he asked for help, and they went and got Gallinari, Bogut, and Clint.
Yeah, that's right. So, see, the thing is, from what I remember, him and Trae Young connected over the summer. Trae Young said, bring him over here. Same way that he was talking about that Ant-Man should have been here. Okay, he wanted Ant-Man too. However, Travis Slink, as I remember it, what they were going to give up to get Murray, Travis Slink said, hell no, that's too much. That's too much to give up for Murray. 3 first-round draft picks? No. That's when the Coolmongers went behind that man's back and got Murray anyway and eased him on out the door, gave him a consultant's position and title, and then next thing you know, he's got with another team. That's the way that we remember it, because we were tracking it right. We were tracking it as it was happening right here on this show.
Facts.
So, see, this is the problem. This is the problem. Players can ask for whatever the hell it is they want. Okay, they can do that. Luca can do that. If you listen to him and you do what he says, okay, and it doesn't work out, you're gonna look like the village idiot when it doesn't work out. Now, it happens to be working out right now because some things are just falling in place the way they're falling in place. Plus, Luca playing his behind off. I got to admit that.
And Kyrie, his help.
However, that's no guarantee that if you listen to what a player tells you to do, that it's going to work all the time. There's no guarantee.
That's why Jerry Krause never listened to Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Now, what if Jerry Krause had listened to Michael Jordan and Jordan never became who he was because the general manager listened to a player in that instance? See, there's no exact science to building a championship team. There are many ways to do it. And every time people become champions, they do not okay, I guess their main focus is to try to do that, but can they say that what they did is going to get you there? Because see, what was Philadelphia trying to do? The process. What only process I see out of them was in somebody's head. That's it. Because see, I mean, the whole thing has fallen apart, and you got how many pieces of the process is left? Just Joel Embiid? He's the only piece of the process left, right?
Yeah, Joel.
He's the only piece of the process left. Now, I mean, you just don't know. You just don't know. And see, 92-90 game. Now, y'all got to stop y'all got to stop reacting to anything those fools say, because Steak Shapiro, I mean, he's just one of those people that I remember the honky tonk man said it one time in a wrestling match. Whenever I want your opinion, I'm gonna slap it out of it. That's how those jokers operate from the Northeast. They think that they know everything about everything, and they'll come on and they'll say stuff, and some people believe him just because of who he was. And the man don't bit more know anything about basketball than made him know. Because see, I remember, what was it, last year when DeJounte Murray got in that official's face at the end of the game in Boston and got suspended. You know, Steak Shapiro came on, well, he just damaged his team. He didn't have no business doing that. And I called right up there and I said, look, what DeJounte Murray did, he took one for the team and put those officials on blast. What happened when they played here? We got some calls. We got some calls. We got some attention, because the thing was just like tonight, just like night before last. Okay, Boston, they were beating Halliburton like a feed bucket in a mule barn. That joker was dented up, and wasn't a call made.
Yo, what's up, King?
Made. You know, so thing is that all of this stuff that they say on 92.9 the game, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. And the best way to combat them,
let me ask you this,
go
John.
on their show.
Let me ask you this, John. Did you hear what Steak Shapiro said today on 92.9 the game?
I saw a comment he made about what was it? Yeah, you're gonna have to tell me. I can't remember.
Did anybody hear what Steak Shapiro said?
Yeah, man. I was actually in the car, man, when Steak said what he said. I was actually in the car listening.
My question is this. Now my question is this.
I don't know why.
Was he wrong?
What did he say? Because he been. You remember the last time I
was to say, man, RJ, I'm surprised that you actually heard him, because I was about to say, like, nigga, I don't listen to him.
I don't listen to Steak either.
Yeah, bro, that time in the morning, bro, if I mess around and flip the 929, and bro, number one, I don't listen to the radio, period. When I do turn on the radio, it's sports radio. But when I do go to the radio and I hear his little Boston accent, bro, I immediately go back to watching something on YouTube or listening to something on YouTube, bro. Like, it ain't no sports listening, talking, or whatever, bro. Like, that dude voice is annoying. Like, I can't listen to him. I mean, as far as, you know, I feel you, Demond, but man, Steak shouldn't even be on the radio, bro, in Atlanta, to be real with you, bro. The only reason why he's on radio here,
that's for real, man. A lot of these jokers need to get up out of him.
No. It's beyond with Steak, though. I'm just saying, it's beyond with Steak.
It's another guy too, man.
Bagger. He's a Northeasterner who has done like a lot of people who have done. The city of Atlanta in the past at least, didn't have a lot of things here that other major cities had. So he came down here early enough, back in like say the 90s and stuff, to capitalize on said certain things. He is plugged in and connected when it comes to local radio stations and local TV stuff, because he's real big in food as well. Like, he does his whole restaurant thing. I think he got a little local show and stuff like that. Dude wasn't even on 92.9.
Is that where the nickname came from?
But what I'm saying, he
filled in. That's what he did a lot. He did a lot of filling in.
All the ownership.
He did a lot of filling in before he got a show. Then every now and then.
Let me ask y'all, was he wrong? Was he wrong?
What did he say?
What did he say?
The part that he was, well, I don't think it was him. It might have been the co-host, and I don't know who she is either, though. But like saying that as a Hawks fan, you should, I guess, feel weird or something like, or like, like that part is wrong. Like, no, I don't feel weird watching Luca.
Yeah, she was saying that.
Like, I don't feel.
Basically,
the first thing you have to realize when it comes to Atlanta, half the dudes on that radio station are not even from the city, just like Mike said. They not even fans of the team. They just cover the team. That's it. They just cover the team. That's number one.
Stein from WSD is the same way too.
But what Steak was getting at was he made it was him and the girl. I don't know who the girl's name is that he does the show with. I do not know her name at all. But the comment was, did the Atlanta Hawks basically fumble the trade between Luca and Trey? That was the main topic of conversation. And basically what happened was Steak was saying, well, yeah, they fumbled the trade because Luca's playing in the conference finals and all this other stuff. And then that's when you had people like, the thing is, they've been putting and that's why I brought up the point. They have been putting the pieces around Luka Doncic. It's not to say Luka Doncic is not a great player, because he is a great player. However, one great player don't win a championship. You got to have a team.
Exactly.
You got to have a team.
They missed the playoffs last year.
Y'all got to understand.
They missed the playoffs last year.
Y'all got to understand there's a lot of moles, man, that don't want Atlanta to win nothing, bro. And this dude is one of them. He been, I was on another show when he came up there and he put that, he started that thing all over again. Trae Young against DJ. He just started, he just keeps who y'all want? He just keeps starting something over and over again, man. He just and that's the kind of way to keep you divided and keep fans divided. Keep the players messed up, the mojo among the players, all that kind of stuff, man. Some of these guys are just moles, man. They just keep us all jacked up, man. Mentally, everything, man. Then they poke everybody.
I'm gonna answer Demon's question. I don't feel what he said was wrong. He gave his opinion. If he want Luca instead of Trey, that's what he want. I don't think there's nothing wrong to say.
No, you're right. But see, now let's do
he did say Trey is a good player. He's just not Luca.
Let me State Shapiro. Now let me give you a little history. State Shapiro founded I think it was 790 The Zone. See, when Sports Talk first came to Atlanta, it was all on the AM dial. It was either 680 The Fan or 790 The Zone. State's been around here a long time.
Well, that was you said. I was saying, John, you missed me, but yeah, you tell him what I said. Like he came at the right time to Atlanta to take advantage of the fact that Atlanta, as a city, did not have what other major cities have, which is basically a sports radio, a channel, whatever you want to call it,
right.
And we don't even have multiple. I mean, it was AM, but other cities got multiple sports stations and stuff.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that you're wrong or whatever, but thing is that State Shapiro, and see that's why Kool-Aid. I'm gonna talk to Kool-Aid right quick. See, that's why you didn't hear him, because Nick Cellini and Chris Domino, they got suspended from their radio station because they were talking about that dude that was the one that blocked the punt down in New Orleans when Michael Vick was playing. He caught Lou Gehrig's disease.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
They were making fun of the man, and so CBS, who owned that radio station at the time, fired all three of them. And a lot of times when you're on radio, you have a 6 month to a year non-compete clause where you can't be on anybody's station or can't do any type of media until that time has come, whether you're fired or whatever for cause or whatever. And then State, the reputation still was hanging around him like a cloud. 92.9 hired him because 790 The Zone went out of the sports talk business. And see, crazy part about it, he founded it, went to go found another one in another city. That radio station failed, and it took him down in bankruptcy to the point where he had to have somebody buy the station that he had here, and then he had to go to work for them.
He was on they were on 682 for a while, because all of them, like the other ones that you named, because they all like that Northeast Boston folks, and I hate all their voice. And they also had the little PBS show, not PBS show, but I think it might have been on CBS, but the little local Atlanta sports show with the other one would be on Shalini, whatever, bro. But
Nick Shalini. Yeah. But they were on the last station prior to 92.9, they were on 790 The Zone. And all three of them were on there together, just like you said. All three of them were on there together. Now, and like I said, State Shapiro's been around here since the 90s, because just like Mike said, we didn't have sports talk radio here. We had We had no outlet after the Falcons game, the Hawks game, the Braves game to say nothing. Only thing we would do, we get in our barbershops while we were working and all that type of stuff and ventilate to each other. But when sports talk radio hit Atlanta, that's when people started raising sand, and the teams had to listen, because the teams, they didn't really care what they put out there. They didn't care what they put out there. They didn't care what the front office did. They didn't care what the players did or whatever. But when sports talk radio came here, we were able to finally ventilate and start acting a damn fool about what it was that we were seeing and what we weren't going to put up with. And don't let nobody tell you that they don't listen. They listen, because they banned me from some shows because of the fact that I would come in there hanging foot and rear end about stupid stuff that they did, crazy trades that they made, everything. And it's not just me. It was a whole bunch of people around Atlanta that used to do that.
Hey, bro, you might want to kick bro out the chat, man. Say he doing a good job getting on the fan. I'm laughing at real, man. You know, you got some of the Mavs fans in the.
I just heard before this came up, I was on the way taking a guy home, and I listened to the radio 92.9 Zone. I listen to it off and on when I'm not working and stuff. But he came in and he was talking about everything, and he was saying like this stuff got to stop. 5 years ago, and I even videoed it so I could hear so it could be played back. But I ain't gonna play it back on the show. But he was saying this stuff got to stop, and he was going at stake about this stuff. He said this stuff in 5 years, and all of this, and the fans and everybody got to stop. We need to think about what the future is. What we're gonna do now.
Can I say this though?
Now this is what is true. When he said we need to leave that 5 year and the old stuff alone and think about what we finna do now.
But the thing is, though, what Damon had asked, what he said, is it wrong? We don't like it, but I ain't necessarily I ain't gonna be mad at it, because you got to remember too, like we all say, number one, Atlanta and us who from Atlanta, all this type stuff. Everything's young. Everything's young for us, and we only got one. And on top of that, you feel me? Like for sports outlet, sports station, everything like that, and it ain't been around very long. These people who have established basically our sports outlet here locally come from places where they been had that, and it's multiple stations, and they go way harder at their organizations and at players, and those same cities have won more than Atlanta do. And here we be so ready to be like, oh no, don't say this, don't say that. But I'm just playing a little devil's advocate. It's like you got to put yourself in their standpoint. Like, bro, they coming from places like New York, Boston, or whatever. Like, no, bro, like they catch hell. Like they stay catching hell.
They put
that's what happens.
They put pressure on them star players up there in New York and Philly. What you think? What you think that Philly newspaper look like when Embiid lost this year in the playoffs, bro?
Come on, man.
They be booing his ass while he's standing on the court when he do shit.
All the time. I used to
tell y'all all the time when he's standing right on
Trey.
I mean,
I used to tell y'all all the time.
To be honest, but I mean, like, man, it's like this. This is my thoughts on it. I said this. Hawks fans know what the problem is within the organization, but we know it. You know, you can't fire the owner, right?
No.
The radio station, they got business with the Hawks. So
flagship station.
Yeah, they can't go up there. They can't press the front office. They can't say nothing bad about ownership. They can't say nothing bad about why is you sending the TV dude here? Where's the GM? They can't say none of that. So they do what? They take what the lowest hanging piece of fruit is. Just blame the star player. At the end of the day, just blame the star player, because they can't really say nothing, or they gonna get in trouble from their boss. They probably gonna get an email tomorrow, say, "Hey, that shit you said about Tony Rustler, you need to dial that shit back, son, bro. That shit you said about Nick Rustler, dial it back." Because guess what?
Yeah.
Why are we the only organization, and this the flagship radio station? Why are they sending the TV guy? Where's the general manager? Where's an executive who work on the basketball side? Like it's so much, in my opinion, it's so much disrespect going on between each other. But at the end of the day, I'm not from Georgia, and I've always said that. How come they never hired? I picked up on that when I started listening to the 92.90 game. I used to listen to was it 680 The Fan, because they had the little yellow app. So I used to
680
listen on my phone when I was stationed all over the country. And I always wondered that, like, none of these dudes from Atlanta. When I found out, what's the boy who used to do the NBA, Rick Kamala? I was like, he's not from Georgia?
Nah, I mean, I slick miss Rick. He was the only actual basketball talk, but he was actually trying to talk about the Hawks. You know what I'm saying? And be about, like, everybody else.
My mind is blown. There is no way you can tell me. But you know what I find hilarious? The Falcons got a former Falcon doing a radio.
Dave Archer.
Oh, you talking about when they actually like do it?
Yeah, like
you talking about the sports part, but they didn't always. It wasn't always. Well, Dave Archer always been a part of it, but they used to have. I mean? Like they got to use.
Steve Coonan has been there for over
92.90 game.
And he's not from here.
You know what I learned about 92.90 game. Don't have nobody. None of those people.
Y'all remember John Michaels with 790? He was the younger white cat though.
Yeah,
he was a big Miami guy.
None of those boys are fans of the team.
Well, he worked. John Michaels worked for 680 and the Falcons. He was a sideline reporter for the Falcons.
It was 790 and the Falcons or whatever. Back when like they had first got the thing with the Falcons, he was like I guess the first one with 790.
Same thing with home team. But home team went from 790 to 680.
Like that's crazy to me as somebody who not from Georgia.
Yeah, the closest we get really are some former players. Like when the Stews, like one of them played for Tech. You got Randy McMichael who played at UGA. I mean, he from Georgia at least, played at UGA. I don't know if he's still alive or not. I hope he is though. Is Bo Box still alive? That's who they need to just give a show.
Man, I don't know.
Back.
But wait a minute. Now, Larry Munson and Jeff Van Note used to call the Falcons games too.
Yeah, they did. Larry Munson called the Deion return.
Oh, for real?
We old enough to remember that.
Man,
I was a kid.
So crazy. Like none of them
knew who Larry Munson was at the time.
How many of them on 92.90 game are Hawks fans? You think any of them Hawks fans?
No, I don't, bro. I told you, I promise you, none of them were Hawks, Falcons, or Braves fans before working in the city of Atlanta.
Yeah, once they moved to Georgia, they kind of latched on to the team.
I can't say.
No, they've adopted the teams, and I like okay, cool, but and give them credit for trying.
Came from the A though.
Nah,
like Bill came from what Northeast, Bill from Northeast. What's his name came from Texas. Duke.
Duke from Texas. Steve Holman. Steve Holman is the ultimate homer. No, Steve Holman. Not Steve Holman. What's the other guy? Because he's from like
John Freaky.
You talking about John Freaky? He the one who was like California and stuff like that.
The Hawks announcer. I ain't talking about Freaky.
Okay, well, I was thinking on 92.9 because Steve ain't on 92.9, bro. He don't be talking to them. Oh, and he on there for the Hawks game to call
for the Hawks game,
like not a part of like shows and stuff. But Steve, that guy. That's
one guy I would like to interview just because I do commentary.
And that's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I mean, I don't think
that goes on all over the country.
Listen, at the end of the day, if the owner would have spent this damn money and put a team around this man, maybe we'd be playing right now.
Hey, real talk though, bro. All we had to do is, like I keep saying, I know it's hindsight, but I know I was one of the few fans that was saying the bull. All you had to do, bro. You ran the EC, you got to the Eastern Conference Finals. You burned the whole team, but Trey should have been up for trade.
Yeah.
Just simple as that, bro. Like, you do that,
that's what's gonna happen with
the better position right now.
That's what's gonna happen with the Knicks. Everybody but Brunson gonna be up.
They banked on like development.
But coming,
and you know what? The Knicks have already been talking about it.
You gotta have a plan.
Now this was the
same
thing.
If you do that.
This was the same thing that we were facing in 2016 with the Falcons. Do you bust up a team completely that just went to the Super Bowl or went to the Eastern Conference Finals? Or do you roll the dice, make minor tweaks, expect players to improve themselves on the offseason rather than busting up what worked the previous season?
The problem was with the Falcons, John. You can't really compare basketball to football because you lost a component that really facilitated that, and that was Kyle Shanahan offense. Our defense was ass. I feel the same way as you, Harold, but our defense was trash. We was 27th in the league in defense, and we were the fourth best offense of all time. That's how we made it to the Super Bowl. So the mistake was we trusted Mr. Quotes cheerleader Dan Quinn the best thing he did here was hire Kyle Shanahan. Now, I can't stand Kyle Shanahan. I want San Francisco to lose in preseason because I ultimately feel like he was the cause of that because he had one foot out the door. He didn't have the desperation of a team. You know what I'm saying? When you hear Coach Ra talk about that still hurt him, but then when you go around and then you see Kyle Shanahan still saying I would still do the same thing over and over and over again because his ego won't let you say, hey, I effed up. You know what I'm saying? Sorry to get on the Falcons. Don't do that no more, John. All right, this is hard. No, because you're going to get me going.
Look, you the one went down the path.
No, you the one sent me down the path.
I mean, this is about a Hawks.
But I still, now look, Larry, I still draw a parallel. Because of the fact, even with your number 20, whatever,
we on 85.
Even with your 27 or whatever defense, you were in the Super Bowl and you could have won that game had somebody had a pair that had descended and hung like they were supposed to hang and did what he needed to do out there on the field.
I mean, honestly, though, to get off the Falcons.
Can I answer the question about what's the name? I really ain't said nothing. Can I answer the question about what's on the thumbnail, actually? You know what, guys? If it comes to see that Travis Slink didn't see, look, I'm on my couch. I didn't know anything about Luca Doncic. Literally didn't know anything about him. Only thing I looked him up after the draft because I was like, okay, why are so many people mad at this pick? I watched Trey. As soon as I saw the first game of Oklahoma, I just started watching Trey. You know what I'm saying? That whole season. So I wanted Trey. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know anything about Luka. If I would have had comparative data, and that's my thing, like, if you're a Hawks fan and you knew about said Luka just before the draft or whatever, and you were upset about the draft pick, I understand. But if you didn't know about it and you're looking at college basketball, you just say, okay, well, this kid didn't have nobody around him. He had a horrible coach, former Atlanta Hawks coach. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like,
Hey, Matt.
But if my GM don't know, you know what I'm saying? That's his job. I'm sitting on my couch. You feel me? If my GM don't know who's the best talent in the draft, if my owner wanted you to draft him because of the so-called culture that Luka wouldn't fit in the culture, I mean, sell the team.
Change like they did Kirk Cousins. He'd have been fine.
All you can do is shake your head.
I heard Travis Slink say after the draft,
they be pandering.
I got a great player in Trae Young, and I got the 10th pick next year. I will ask everybody on this panel. I don't care if you're a Trae Young Hart fan or whatever. I don't care if you really like Luka a lot. If you have a chance to draft a multiple all-star,
hey, is anybody else
or multiple all-star, you know what I'm saying, point guard, or you get the draft a possible, you know what I'm saying, face of the league. I mean, I don't. And I don't even like Bill Simmons and nobody like that. But it's just like you try to recreate the unrecreatable with trying to do Golden State. I think that was the biggest flaw in Travis. I know a lot of people give Travis a lot of credit earlier, but he's partially to blame for this also, because if they did not want Luca from the jump, it wasn't even considered it, and used him as just, oh, I can get Trey and Cam Reddish,
No matter
which he
what,
was salivating over since high school. That's the problem, guys.
we don't. That's what I'm saying. No matter how you
it's not even
slice
Trey.
it,
It's Trey and Cam. It was never just Trey and Luca. It's Trey, Cam versus Luca. That's why he made the trade, guys. He said, I can get Trae Young, who could possibly be a multiple all-star, plus I can get the 10th pick, and I trust my scouting that I want Cam Reddish. Everybody in the league knew that he wanted Cam Reddish. That was the least secret in the NBA, just like Billy Knight with freaking the landlord. You know what I'm saying? Sheldon Williams.
Well, look, hey, Larry, when you say he, what he are you talking about?
Travis Schlenk.
Hey, we found out over the past week that those two owners talked about this, and he told
they saying it was slick. Like from what I've heard Mark Cuban say too, it was
Mark
like
Cuban.
It was a beyond the GM type thing or whatever.
If it's the owner,
can I get in on this? All right.
So if the owner pushed for that and they went around Travis, okay, so he knew what he was getting into from the door, okay, he knew what he was getting into from the door. He accepted that. So him quitting, he should have known the Murray stuff was going to happen because he let that happen.
Who quit?
He talking about
Travis Schlenk. I'm talking about Travis Schlenk.
That was. I think
if you're thinking that Travis Schlenk, basically the owner said, guess what? I think that I'll sell more tickets with Trae Young in Atlanta than Luka Doncic in Atlanta.
But I don't think.
Can I say something, man, again on this again? Can I say something?
At the time, though.
Can I say something about the management thing again, man? I'm gonna say it like this again. When Mark Cuban I told you from the beginning that the Atlanta Hawks did not want Luka. They wanted Trey from the very beginning.
I don't believe that.
This is what I'm trying to tell you.
I don't either.
Listen what I'm trying to listen.
No, I already. I saw.
Just listen to what I'm trying to. Cuban wanted Luka.
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. Cuban would not have gotten Luka because the team behind us would have took Luka in that 4th spot. He would not got Luka in the 5th spot. Luka would have been gone after trade.
They had to make that deal.
So they had to make a deal. So the deal was that Cuban was pushing the Hawks to go and get Luka, to get that 3rd pick and get him. And then he was going to call. Trey was not going to be picked. He was not going to be picked in that 4th spot. It wasn't the fear of who was going to be moved was Luka.
Yeah, you know why?
Cuban. But my point is that who Atlanta Hawks wanted from the very beginning was Trae Young.
Yes, so my point is, as a Hawk fan,
I don't believe
that don't make nothing better. That just
I know it don't make nothing better. I'm just telling you. I'm not saying about what make it better. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just telling you what I see from
I don't believe
the truth.
So you don't believe that you got the 3rd pick and you gonna go get Luka. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to the common sense of this. You got the 3rd pick. You gonna pick Luka, which is supposed to be better than Trae Young, and you gonna tell me you gonna trade him? That don't make sense, do it?
It makes sense.
If you're not trying to win,
if you're trying to get another pick, yes, it does make sense.
Out of Travis Schlenk's mouth after the draft, he said that I could get Trae Young plus
and a pick,
get the 10th pick. And he was eyeing Cam Reddish that whole time. To the point, after he drafted Cam Reddish, he got on the radio and said Cam Reddish got the best talent on his team. He will be the best player.
Hey, in my opinion, that's called me trying to make do with what I was told to do.
But
I was
Cuban
told
wanted
so I got to make do best with what I got.
No,
I read what Cuban said, as I read what Cuban said, and you got to read it carefully. Cuban said that the GMs tried to get the deal done and they couldn't get it done, so I called Wrestler.
Exactly.
He said they tried to get the deal done and they couldn't get it done. So what that suggests is that the GMs couldn't make an agreement on what they wanted.
Yeah.
Right, because the GM was gonna go. You know what Travis wanted. Travis was just gonna pick Trae Young in the third spot. Period.
No.
You know what, man? Listen.
I don't care how y'all explain.
Listen, man. This is all I'm gonna say, bro. This is all I'm gonna say.
It is what it is,
bro. Luca Doncic is a 5-time first-team All-NBA player, bro.
2 Western Conference Finals appearances in 3 years.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm gonna be honest. In between,
I'm not even taking a shot at Trae Young or nothing. I'm just saying, bro. Luca Doncic. Listen to me again. He's been in the league 6 years. He's been All NBA first team 5 times.
Yeah, I mean,
are we serious right now?
You think he would have got that with Atlanta?
Gentlemen,
if Atlanta would have picked him, you think Atlanta? With this management, Luca would have been 5-time.
I think he would have just because of the hype.
I don't even do that. I don't even play them hypotheticals.
He would
first team All NBA in 6 years,
bro. Luca would have succeeded in Atlanta.
Y'all talking about the NBA. You need to look.
Come on,
at
man.
This man's complete body of work from age 14. Okay, this man been playing ball since age 14. And
against grown men.
That's what
I'm saying. Like, I find all this stuff.
Oh, but the thing is, y'all not supposed to. It doesn't matter. Like Larry just said. But what it is that we have a professional organization that is located downtown by Centennial Olympic Park, and them fools in that building obviously do not do their due diligence and they real work that's needed to be done. And it doesn't matter who's the owner is, because we continuously to do this pick basically ultimately the wrong person. Wrong person. I don't want to hear no justification for the crap. But it is Hawk's way to basically say some stupid. And then too, the whole I'm tired of these doggone white owners coming here, being here, pandering to what they think that we want to win. Doggone it, if they know Atlanta is an international city with an international airport where doggone we are the Olympic city with international doggone attention. You could have brought Luca here and guarantee you would have saw, it would have doggone worked and international stuff would have been going crazy and people would have been here. And us black folks that they think that we only want to doggone dance and crap like that. It don't matter if we're losing. We just want the swag surf and we'll be fine. Or we just want a choir singing Mr. Arthur Brown. Right? You know what I'm saying? We want a choir to sing to distract us from the fact that you're losing on the field. Like, no, nigga, if y'all winning, we gonna be happy. We gonna turn up, bro. Chris Chandler was the doggone quarterback, and the city was crump. You feel me? Like.
But unfortunately, that worked. That worked. We still going to the games and know that all of this stupid mess that these people have done is working. They put a barbershop in a damn basketball arena.
They put a bar courtside, bro. They got a bar courtside.
We got a club downstairs.
Good evening. Good evening.
What up, man? What's company, man?
What's
up, everyone?
What's the conversation?
On,
what's the conversation de jour?
Hey, man, don't you dare come in here trying to uplift this conversation. Don't you do that.
Basically, you see what the title is, man. Go ahead.
Hey, yo, about this,
I didn't see the title.
About this Luca trade on draft night. So Travis Link went on Adrian Wojnarowski's podcast a little bit or a while back.
I mean,
So what he said was pretty much they had called Luca's agent. They had already scheduled the press conference and everything like that. Because, like you said, they couldn't agree. They couldn't agree to it or whatever. Mark Cuban called whatchamacallit, Tony Wrestler, and he added the draft pick.
Well,
Slink was ready to draft Luca at 3. They added that draft pick. Tony Wrestler told Slink, and Slink kind of relinquished. He was like, all right, if we're getting the lottery draft pick, top 5 protected draft pick, fine, whatever. That's how we got Trey.
State, it was about State was talking about we not getting Luca.
That was one of the topics. Then they got to the one he
that's
worried
one of
about.
the topics. Like first,
that was the base.
Do you
Okay,
agree
so
with
what?
State
Okay, so
Shapiro
so
said?
what is the so what? Okay, so what Luke? What? Okay, so Luca, all right. So Trey and Luca. Okay, so we were never going to
explaining anything to Matt.
We were never going to
get
get
on his excuse it all, bro. At the end of the day, we already know what the problem is. The organization.
So
sucks
I mean, if you go back to that before the draft, they talked exclusively about how Travis and Jeff Peterson, who's now the president of the Charlotte Hornets, was his assistant GM back at the time, incredible black
Look
man.
how good the
Anyway,
Charlotte Hornets are. But keep going.
They went to Spain. The scout. I mean, that's a little bit.
Yeah,
At a time. Anyway, him and Travis went to Spain. Him and Travis went to Spain to scout Luca.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now, brother.
You about to do some more explaining to make the stuff worse. Keep going, bro. Like the joke crazy.
Hold up.
Anyway, him and Travis went to Spain.
Travis went to visually see Luka Doncic. Okay, continue.
Travis and them went to Spain to see Luka play. They, according to the reports, they did not think Luka's game would translate to the NBA because it was some issues with EuroLeague players coming over to the NBA the preceding 5 years before that draft.
Matt, just stop, bro. Just stop.
He was building a team.
Say that again. You broke up.
They did not. Same thing with Vlade Divac in Sacramento. They didn't feel Luka's game would translate fully to the NBA. That's one.
And
Two,
that was
he was trying to recreate Golden State. So if he's trying to recreate Golden State, with the shooting pace and the space, Luka doesn't fit in that pace and space.
Hey Matt, what the Hawks and Kings got in
he's
common? What the Hawks and Kings got in common?
He plays predominantly in the half court. Trae Young fit. If you watch Trae Young at Oklahoma shooting, and
I told you to stop.
If you look at what he did in conference play, it was a 40% 3-point shooter.
This is annoying me, dog. This is annoying
me. You say they went to Europe and watched him play.
Explaining of how stupid we are is annoying me, bro.
It's not even that. I mean, I'm telling you exactly what Travis Slink said out of his own mouth.
Mike,
I know what he said. I know what he said there in that interview. In other interviews,
hold on.
In other interviews, he talked about how he felt.
Pools, man. I just
in other interviews.
But Matt, if he said we already had the introductory press conference for Luka, and we had already contacted Luka's agent to be prepared to be picked at number 3. What are we talking about?
I know he said that. I know he said that. That some of that is spin, but but prior to the draft day, prior to all that, they, like I said, they went to Europe multiple times to see him play in the EuroLeague Cup. They did not feel his game. Jeff Peterson talked about it last year.
But they
did not
MVP.
feel that Luka's game was going to translate. And then closer to the draft,
What is Charlotte? What do the Kings and the Hawks got in common? Like all these garbage losing folks, all no duh.
Like I said, he just got
and no duh that a Mavericks organization who actually has a championship prior to
Matt
went and saw him and said, okay, he can. But all the losing organizations.
But Mike. If you're Mike, Travis always was building a team as a puzzle. He talked about that numerous times. Why he got DeAndre Hunter? He didn't.
Oh
get
God!
DeAndre Hunter because he thought he was the best player.
Let's go out tonight.
He got him because he fit into what he was
I
the
get
overall
it.
puzzle
He
he was
playing
building.
stupidity, dog.
I knew he was
gonna say that.
Let me ask you something, man. I'm getting my blood pressure going up. Let me ask you something.
Grit your teeth. Grit your teeth. You can make it.
No. Seriously. So we have a GM who literally, and I said this before, and I understand now how foolish it was to try to imitate and recreate or try to recreate Golden State when that's a once in a lifetime talent in Steph Curry that made that work, and extremely to the other point, getting probably the second or third best shooter in NBA history right beside him who actually played defense. Then thirdly, to get a power forward that did not care about scoring, just wanted to play defense and pass the ball. And Steph Curry's father taught him to play basketball like a role player, running relentlessly around the court to get open. So what you're telling me, Matt, is that Travis Slink saw Trae Young playing off the ball at Oklahoma with a bum coach that he did not see that, because I didn't see that.
Larry, it's not one. Larry, do you know?
Wait. I saw Trae Young as a Isaiah Thomas. I didn't see him as a Steph Curry, because Steph Curry learned from his dad. You move better, you can get the ball since you're undersized. Learn how to navigate through screens to get open, because that's how his dad buttered his bread. Again, once in a lifetime situation you're trying to do.
But Larry, it's not Larry.
With a player
Larry,
who
it's
doesn't
not.
fit
So
that
two things
mold.
about that, Larry. One, the reason that they hired Travis was because he was with Golden State for 10 years. 8 of those 10 years, he was the college scouting director. So Bob Myers got hired in 2012. They had already had Steph. They already had Clay. In that draft, they had already got Clay Thompson and Harrison Barnes. They credited Travis for drafting the majority of those players. Draymond Green.
So hold on. Did they have Clay and Steph?
Larry Riley got Stephen Curry in 2009.
Okay, so Travis wasn't there when they got
Steph in 2009. They got Clay.
Okay, go ahead.
They got Curry in 2009. That was his first year in the front office. His second year, I don't know who they drafted in 2010. In 2011, they got Clay Thompson and Draymond Green. In 2012, they got Harrison Barnes. Okay, he's credited with the last three. He's credited with Clay, Harrison, and Draymond. That's who's because he was the college scouting director at that time. So he got the majority of it. All right. So when they hired him, Tony Resler hired him because he went to Jerry West and he asked Jerry West who was the best scout on the market, because he wanted a scouting GM
guru,
and they got Travis because that's who Jerry West recommended, was Travis Slink. Right. So that's why he hired Travis. And when he say recreate Golden State, he don't mean literally A for A, but the pace and space, the getting up and down, shooting threes. That's what he talked about when he say recreating Golden State. So it's not somebody who worked for a different organization that you're hiring to try to build this team. He was
I know he came from Golden State.
He was in the room where it happened. So I think would have a blueprint.
But
I understand where he came from. I knew where he came from.
This guy this guy that Jerry West,
Golden State.
John, no.
This guy that Jerry West called a drafting guru.
Everybody
drafting gurus said that
And
he
nobody
thought
did.
Trey and Luca
Right.
were equal.
Everybody was.
He thought they were
Yes,
equal.
and then that's what I say all the time though. That scout, he should be fired because if players are equal, you go with size. Point blank. Period.
Yeah, always
Look,
go
guys,
with size.
Smaller
look,
players.
I don't know
They are
who.
equal. You go with the size.
But Mike, if you're trying to play a certain way, right, and you think these two are equal, aren't you going to get the guy who you think fits your identity better?
Again, no, because you're telling me that they are equal in
guess,
my eyes.
okay,
So
I
if
guess.
I see they are equal in my eyes,
so-
I am
but if
going
you-
with the size. Equal to me means equal
But
everything.
even though he
so
don't
they
fit,
both
what you're trying to do.
How does he not fit
Then
the
how are
system?
they
They
equal?
both are ball dominant and they both get screens. They come around it. They go downhill. They look at the drop. They throw a oop. They shoot the shot. They both do the same BS, bro. So therefore, they are completely equal. Luca is just way bigger.
Yeah.
So why would you not
Mike,
take
if I'm
the
playing,
way
but
bigger
Mike,
player?
if I'm building a system based off of shooting the spread pick and roll,
All right, you
pace
didn't
and
hear that.
space,
When
up and
Luca
down the
can't
court,
shoot, when he stopped being
Luca's
able to
always
shoot.
played at one of the slow.
So Luca can't
Luca
play.
has
in
no
the
when Trey
space out
Trey
there.
Young got drafted. Okay, so let me go over the calendar. When the season starts in September, the preseason starts, where most of the college scouts do their scouting is from September to December for the college basketball season, right? That's where the Nike Pro Am is in September, and it goes all the way to December where the conference tournaments are. It's normally like a insurance provided, like in the 2K, right, with Trey back in Portland. So that's when he saw Trey for the first time in December of that year. At that time, Trey was shooting 44% from three. He was the country's leading scorer. He was incredibly efficient at the rim and the three-point line. Drilled the most fouls in the NCAA that year. So the second half of the year, most of the scouting homework had already been done. So what he was basing Trae Young's evaluation off of was the first half of the year before they got into tournament play. In conference tournament play.
I got a question. Didn't he say?
That's how the college.
Wait a minute.
Do with anything?
Didn't Travis say I didn't get him to be Steph Curry? I got him more for his passing. I could have sworn he said that.
He did say that, Pharaoh. He did say that, Pharaoh.
Also, you don't draft top three. You don't draft top three for fit. You draft best player available top three. Why in God's name would you even be thinking about fit? You draft
Hold on, Darren.
Because I just told you he was the best player. He was the best player in college basketball.
Bro, he was the best player in college basketball. I raised my hand. I wanted Trey. I didn't know anything about.
Let me go after Larry.
Yeah, I didn't know.
What'd you say, Matt? You say he was the best player in college basketball.
I mean,
yeah, he was that year.
Trey was.
That year he was.
But none of that mattered. No, but to me, none of that mattered.
27 and 10.
They saw them. They viewed them.
There was nobody better than Trae Young.
They barely made the tournament. They probably shouldn't even made the tournament.
But I'm saying though, but
no.
I'm not. But again, but Demond, the scouting had already been done.
I don't understand how you could. I don't understand.
They already do their grades.
I don't understand how you can look at Luka Doncic.
What's the point of you saying that?
I don't see how you can look at Luka Doncic and see a 19-year-old playing against his grown men and winning the MVP.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's what. I didn't know this.
Part of what Matt said. It was part of what Matt said.
Because
there were a lot of people in the NBA that did not take Euro ball seriously. There was a lot of
when it's the second best. It's the second best league. No, it's the second best league in the world.
I just told you we
What do you mean? You know that now? The Euro league been the second best league for like over a decade.
Come on, there were multiple failures.
There were multiple failures on EuroLeague
and Dallas, Mark Cuban don't have that bias, bro. John, you telling the truth, and Mark Cuban don't have that bias. So they not looking at players with that bias to start
as
with.
well as Popovich, because Popovich when he got Tony Parker,
exactly.
Nobly out from over
the
there.
Spurs not looking at stuff with that bias. They looking at international players.
Okay,
like,
but again, Vlade Divac, who was
there are a lot of people that do not like EuroLeague ball. They thought EuroLeague was soft.
Matt, what Vlade Divac doing right now? Because you know what Mark Cuban and Pop got in common? You know what they got in common? A championship. Pop more than Cuban, but they got championships. Vlade ain't did nothing, not in as far as coaching or putting the team together. He ain't did crap, so stop bringing them up, okay? But
Matt, also
Cuban and the Spurs organization who won, they ain't looking at the stuff with the bias of these they can't do so whatever, bro. And I know Vlade is
Mike. You have to,
Matt, hold on, man, Matt, stop saying you just talking in circles. You ain't making no sense. You bringing up that when they did the draft, we bring up their grades. None of that stuff make no sense, bro. That has nothing to do with nothing.
Well, let me ask y'all this, man. Let me ask y'all this. What pivot does this organization need to make, man?
I already told y'all.
Leaving town.
Trey.
Like I said before,
I would have killed Fox.
Give Landry the time to make.
He had time. What do you mean? He had time.
I don't understand how you have so much trust in the man that put us in the
Halliburton could have been their step.
Where's the cynicism coming from?
I'm saying they should have kept Halliburton.
The cynicism is coming from
Monte Ellis situation.
Monte Ellis picks. Number one, Dejounte Murray. Number two, Sadiq Bey. You gave up bukus of picks for both of these people.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Number one, you didn't need another point guard here. Okay, you didn't need another point guard here. The Sadiq Bey that you got here. I mean, look. What he doesn't play defense. This is a big thing with you guys. I really don't need. But he doesn't play defense, and his shot looks like the doggone heart machine in the doggone ICU. Flat.
So John, can you name John? Can you name John before Mogay?
Now here we go. Can you name?
Can you name the last 5 second-round picks?
No.
I can cash consideration.
That's because Tony Wrestler sells second-round picks.
Thank you.
Okay, I was about to get to that. That was my second point. So isn't it good that our GM was able to convince Tony Wrestler, who normally sells picks for money, to sell the picks for a player to help us on the court?
You ain't making no sense.
Hey, what did he help us do, man?
How hard? It's not hard to follow, Foot.
Not for him.
Ain't nothing to follow. Ain't to follow. That's the whole point. It's nothing for him.
You're not listening. You're not listening.
All this other food ain't got nothing to do with the conversation. You just talking, bro.
Debate and switch.
5 of them.
You have no. You're obviously not keeping up with the conversation, Foot. You obviously not keeping up.
You don't even know. You're not even in the conversation, bro.
Matt,
you're not even in the
not
conversation.
for 5 of them, man.
Hey, wipe your mouth, man. You got white
listen.
Not 5.
Be quiet. But you keep talking. You don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what you're talking about either.
Like usual.
But look,
if you're quiet, but then you can learn.
You don't know what you're talking about either.
Now, Matt, not for 5 of them, Matt. Not 5 of them.
What?
Oh, man.
5 first,
that was
5 second round draft picks.
So
okay.
what would you
but
have
he
rather
was the
done with the
wrong
picks?
thing to get. He was the wrong thing to get.
Agreed.
According to the prevailing commentary here, you needed a defender. Okay, you needed somebody that could shoot. Now, Sadiq Bey, when he first came here, what was the first thing you guys were saying about that man can't defend nobody? Then you were saying he couldn't shoot. So you got the wrong thing for 5 pieces of draft capital that you just gave away to get him. Okay, you needed someone else. You needed someone else.
Use them anyway, John.
Hold on, Matt.
Don't use them anyway. So okay, so let's look at who else went.
Hey, what?
Not second round picks.
Where Jokic?
Not second round picks. Again, you can't even name. You can't even name the last 5 second round picks.
Man, I can name a guy that we traded that was better than who we got. That's what I can name.
Where Jokic go, Matt? Where he was drafted?
Okay, 1 second round pick. Who else is like one team?
Well, now wait a minute.
One team.
One team
that drafted. Mike, you do know. Mike, you do know the team that drafted.
Let's not go there.
You know that, right, Mike?
Hey man, why y'all let Matt change the subject? Why y'all let him off the hook?
The team
Chris Middleton
traded him.
Why y'all let him off the hook?
Chris
Middleton. The team that drafted Joker traded him.
Okay.
What I mean, Matt? What I mean? What's the point?
So
Kobe got traded.
So y'all now y'all acting like second round picks are so valuable.
No. What's the point?
And they're not valuable.
It is because the player is still there. It doesn't matter if somebody traded.
Matt, what's the
Somebody
point?
you get to trade.
What's your point?
So Sharif Cooper, we cut
Matt,
Sharif
what's
Cooper.
your point?
Skylar Mays, we cut Skylar Mays. If you be quiet, you'll hear. So all these second round picks that we drafted, that we cut, right? They're not obviously not valuable to the team, right? Overall,
there are second round picks that are valuable, Matt. There's second round picks that are valuable. Malcolm Brogdon, Dylan Brooks, Goran Dragic, Mark Gasol.
Wait a minute. Let me read off these names here.
I mean, they're outliers. They're outliers. They're outliers. Who do we draft?
Dennis Rodman,
outliers.
Maurice Cheek,
We didn't draft anybody.
Gilbert Arenas, Jeff Hornacek, Chris Middleton, Antonio Davis, Doc Rivers, Isaiah Thomas, Mark Price, Paul Millsap, Alex English, Clifford Robinson, Dennis Johnson, Malcolm Brogdon, Nate McMillan.
Matt, you say they outliers, right, Matt? You say they outliers, right?
You can draft quality players in any round.
But he trying to build a team and win a championship off an outlier, bro. You feel me? Like when you got a whole history and a whole bigger sample size of what wins championships.
It's a generational outlier, Mike. It's a generational outlier.
Okay, it's a generational
outlier.
All right,
Mike. I'll make it simple, Mike. Let's do our division, Mike. Let's do our division. So let's take out the Hawks. How many successful second round picks?
He just named them.
How many second round picks have Washington had?
He just named double digits. He named a lot. It was a lot.
Let's go by division.
What?
I get the history.
Why not go by the?
Why
not go by the?
My list wasn't good. My list wasn't good.
John, I got what you're saying, John. I got the history of what you're saying, John. I got the history, but I'm telling you, year by year, if you go by team, year by year, second round picks are generally not successful. Generally speaking, in our own division, in our own division, how many good second round picks are there right now in our division?
Matt, I'm trying to help you. Let me help you. We took a chance. We grabbed a young guy who was the 19th pick. When he first got here, he shot 40%. We took a chance. He shot 40% from 3 for us. We took a chance. We gave up way too many second round picks. That's the truth. Second round picks are valuable.
That's the only problem with it. That's my only problem.
What in the hell are we going to do with them anyway? What in the hell were we going to do with the picks?
Mo G is a second round pick.
Get some players.
I got that. Landry the one who drafted him. I got that.
I was trying to help you. I showed all the good things that we got.
I got Marion. I got what you're saying. But what we can't do, we can't act like second round picks now are all of a sudden hit. And we traded
Matt, you can Matt by that logic.
That's not what I said.
Matt, by that logic, you can say the same thing about first round picks. There's a lot of first round picks that don't fucking pan out either.
Thank you.
Facts.
But the
That's not
chances
what I
are
said
better
either.
in the
I
first
said
round than the
that
second
we
round.
gave
No,
up
it's not,
too
Matt.
many.
No, it's not.
Well,
Matt.
Not
no,
much, Matt. In all honesty, Matt, not much.
So
It's
y'all
almost
so
not
it's more so it's equal. Y'all telling me it's equal? The first
I didn't
round
say it was
hit rate
equal.
is
I said it.
no.
I
See,
said it
second round
wasn't
see,
much
It's
you
better.
be going to the
wait a
extreme.
minute,
He
wait a
did
minute.
not say it was
This is
equal.
Hold on,
this
Matt.
is
What's
the
the
thing.
fact? What the numbers
It
at?
is
What the
Got a
numbers at?
good
Matt.
scouting department. It don't matter. But
Now,
y'all
Matt,
scout.
look.
What
Now,
numbers
see
at?
this is why I'm raising so
Cam
much
Reddish.
saying about this. This is why I'm raising so much saying about this. It's not
One or
like we
two,
had
Larry.
all 5 of those second round picks in 1 year. Those picks were from
Spread out.
what? From 2023 all the way to 2025 or 2026.
Yeah, they
There's
was spread
no
out.
telling what a college player would do, a Euro League player would do, an Australian League player would do that would warrant us having a pick and going and get them. But what you did when you gave all 5 of those year by year picks up, you eliminated any chance of you finding anybody that you could get with a second round pick
I
for
agree with this,
one
man.
man.
Hey guys, I just had an
But
epiphany.
again, but John,
You had a who?
Too
John,
many.
A what?
For a guy that we not even
John,
going to
you
keep.
can't,
I don't
That's
know
the
if I
problem.
call it that, though. But hold
John,
on now,
John,
Matt. Matt,
who's
hold
the
on.
bet? John,
Matt, hear me out, man. Hear me out, bro. All right. Because ultimately how we got to this thing, you know what I'm saying? Basically, we don't like overseas players, man. We like college players that's played in the United States. So therefore, we better not pick no foreign-born player this year with the number 1 pick. You still definitely can't justify passing up on Luca then. If you're gonna go do it now, you pick some guy who ain't even playing in the second best league.
How was the two connected? How is the two connected at all, Mike?
Bro,
How
because
is the two connected at
So
all?
you said a Euro player don't transfer.
It's because we didn't think that a Euro player
I said no.
play
I
at the
said
pace and do X and Y, and we valued a
no,
D1
You
NCAA college
didn't hear what I
player's
said. You didn't hear what I
performance.
said.
Hold on. So
You didn't hear what I said.
half
who wants Star and who wants
I
Clingan?
said you didn't hear what I
Who
said.
wants Star?
I
or Clingan?
said I
I'll
said they
take Clingan.
went. I said that they went to Mike. I said
Clingan.
they
Jordan
went to
says they're
Europe
Clingan.
to scout Luca.
We finna draft
They
Clingan,
did
bro.
not think Luca
Yeah.
was going to translate.
We
They
finna draft
also
Clingan
was
because they don't
worried
think
about the fail rate of
they don't
Euro
think
League
Sark
players
gonna
translating to the
translate, bro.
NBA
They
the
don't.
prior
Mike, who
drafts.
you want, Mike?
I'm just telling you, they don't think Sark
Not all
gonna
Euro League
translate.
players.
Then I hear you,
Luka,
Matt. I hear you loud and clear. We drafted
Luka.
Clingan.
Mike, who do you want? Sar or Clingan?
Yeah, well, y'all know my crazy plan was to get both of them because
No, but I'm just saying out of either one.
Clingan.
Hey, if I gotta choose one, I mean, I probably go Sar. Yeah, most likely.
Matt,
A
Star
foot.
Clingan. Matt.
A foot. What do
Matt,
you
which one you want?
remember me saying all
Foot.
last year and
Who you
all
want,
this
Foot?
year? Scouting department, you need to go to work. Travel to Europe, travel to Antarctica, travel to Timbuktu, travel to Reynoldstown, Cabbagetown, Peopletown, find my plane. That's y'all
Ralph McGill.
Ralph McGill. I don't care if you got to go to the doggone Six Flags Martyr Station. With the High Tower Station.
Marion.
You find my
Clingan.
player. That's your job.
Hey,
Sorry.
John, Landry said.
Darren, who you want? Sar or Clingan?
After looking at both, get Sar all day. It's not even a question.
Pharaoh, who you want?
Between the two, can I
between the two.
Sar?
John, who you want?
Filthy
Between the
McNasty.
Filthy McNasty.
Georgia K already said Clingan.
Clingan all the way.
And Kool-Aid, who you want?
Y'all see, hey, I wanted Zach East. I really want Zach East.
At number one?
Yeah,
He
not
said
number
Sar.
one.
The human monolith. I
We
want
could
the
have
human monolith.
Somebody else. What about Zachariah?
One of those
If he didn't name
second
somebody else.
Go ahead,
So,
Larry.
Mike, you think we're going to pick Clingan over Sar because we don't like international players?
I mean, based upon the well,
Who said we don't like international
GM
I'm
there.
about to say based upon
It's a
He was being
GM.
facetious.
based upon what Matt has educated
I know.
me on. of the history of the Hawks draft history.
Make sure you interpret it correctly.
We are not going to take a more player, bro. Like we're going to take an NCAA.
Who said that, Mike? Who said that, Mike? I didn't say that. I didn't say that, Mike.
I don't think that if my whole front office went over to see the one kid,
Ricochet, or
Ricochet, if they all went over there and not just send a flunky, I think they got some serious, you know what I'm saying? I think they actually doing their due diligence. We're gonna see, man. I don't know what they're gonna do to be honest.
Supposedly,
but knowing my Hawks,
don't even know what they're gonna do.
Knowing my Hawks team, since all of us are saying SAR and everybody think that, and we already jumped that way, we are not taking SAR. Like
hey, Larry, I'm sorry, Larry, but it's just like the Falcons.
That's that Hawk. I'm just saying, bro.
It's just like the Falcons on draft night.
I mean, I don't understand. I'm telling the truth. Like I said, I don't understand where the skepticism is coming from.
What, Matt? Because you ain't been a Hawks fan that long, bro. You know, you just started.
No, I'm talking about. I get the history. I get the history. I'm talking about Whit Landry
is leaning more towards SAR, man.
I don't trust these folk, man. I'm telling you.
I'm talking about Whit Landry in particular. I don't get that.
Him particularly and especially, I don't trust him because he number one.
He drafted a guy.
Already who I want. Hey, man. I'm just saying, don't be surprised, y'all. That's all.
Marion had a good.
Well, the general manager
trade.
has been overridden. You've already
Marion
seen
had a good trade.
You've already seen that happen.
Marion had a good trade.
Okay, so John, he drafted a guy. He drafted a guy that was projected in the lottery, right? In Kobe, he got about 15. He got Mo, who was projected in the late first and the second, and then he got Lundy, who was projected at the high in the top of the second and later in the second. He's already
Lundy
drafted.
Don't play.
We already.
Like I said earlier, the three of them barely played, so we don't know how good they are yet.
That's my point. I don't know what you have in these people. We don't know what you have in these people, especially in light of the fact that you're
just go. But even if you go for the G League,
hold on, man. Let me make this one point, and you can go ahead.
G-League,
even in light of the fact that your coach narrowed the rotation to 9 players. See, they weren't gonna ever get a chance to play unless somebody got hurt. So, and then I hadn't.
But John, you say that
I hadn't seen that.
John, you say that like it's not planned for them not to play NBA minutes their rookie season.
I'm hoping.
Do they?
Look,
I mean, looking at what
you say that like you say that like it's planned. I mean, like it's not planned.
Okay, Matt. However it worked out, they're not playing. I'm not saying that it was.
No,
playing.
it is a plan.
I'm not saying whatever.
They're playing, not the
they're
plan.
not playing.
Yeah,
no, John. What he's saying is,
it was a plan.
Not to play them.
He said
they don't want them to
say it was a plan for them not to play.
Come on, man. See, look, we need immediate.
So we don't know how good they are.
He said it out of his own mouth.
That's pitiful.
Well, they look good in the G League. That's all I know.
Matt, if
that was fuck about the G League.
Why are we even discussing who we're going to get at number one? Why are we even discussing it? If these people are going to be playing and not to play people, if these people are going to be playing and not to play people, and we need all the damn help we can get, why are we even discussing? Why we need to trade
y'all told me. Wait, John. Y'all told me rookies don't play with contending teams unless there's injuries. But now you want them to play.
Who told you that? I raised my hand and I said that though, but you ain't never hear me say no number one.
Lamont, Gerald, Mike.
Now I didn't say
I ain't never say number one pick.
No, I'm not talking about the number one pick. I'm talking about Kobe and them. I'm talking about Kobe and them.
Oh, we weren't a contending team.
Thank God damn.
No, but we were a team with the mindset coming into the season that we are making the playoffs, and that's what the objective was. When teams have that,
I don't mean championship contending. Darian,
they normally don't play. You normally don't play young guys or rookies or whatever, unless it's injuries or certain things that make way for them to get on.
But we had plenty of injuries.
But now y'all want them to play,
Mike.
No.
Now
I
y'all
mean, but
upset
with
they
that
didn't
though,
play?
as the season progressed, a lot of us did call out Quinn about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of
Yeah,
y'all
we did. I definitely did.
A lot of
Man,
people
ain't
got
no,
it.
like I said,
there's
the
no
man,
reason.
I'm
There's
not,
no reason we should have had to
I'm not
watch
calling
Wesley
Quinn a
Matthews
liar,
and Trent
and the
Forrest on
man
the
got
court
up
as
there.
much as we did.
But at the same time, Kobe had got hurt though.
Exactly, Darren.
They also too messed up, and that's what
Exactly.
always happens.
Well,
Y'all,
Mike, we still had to watch
when the
those
chance
two.
open up, they get hurt, and it's like that's bull. That's slick. What happened with JJ?
But I
But
mean,
even when Kobe
They
was
like I
healthy
said,
later in the season, even when Kobe
Well,
was
let me
healthy
ask
later
you
in the
a
season, we still had to
Let me ask
watch.
this question.
but you
Trent
had
Forrest
to add
and
strength. You
Bryant.
had
Let
to
me
add
ask this question.
strength.
Let me ask this question. I asked it earlier today. Let me ask this question, and we can go one by one. Would you trade the number 1 pick overall to San Antonio for number 4, number 8, and our number 20 and our 2025 pick?
I answered that about 6-7 shows ago. No, go ahead, y'all.
Not that one.
No.
No.
What?
If we could get Klingon at number 4, would you make that trade?
No, I
don't.
No.
I'm not a Klingon
fan,
Marion.
We
Guys,
keep
if we
our
get our 2025 pick.
we still will have our number 1 pick, right?
No,
or I'm missing something.
No, we're trading the number 1 pick.
No, we're trading the number 1 pick
I don't know.
for the 4 and 8 and the
number
25
8
pick.
That part.
and number 25 if we're guaranteed to get Klingon.
Nah, man, you traded my number 1 pick, man. So it's automatic no.
So, so Mary, do you want to win or not?
I'll trade Trey though for them 2 picks.
all day.
I'll trade Trey.
So, but Darren,
I don't want Trey here
but
no
Darren,
more.
if you're trying to win, Darren, if you're trying to win, why do you care about the 25 draft?
Cooper flags in
I'm
it.
sorry.
Cooper flag.
I said Marion. Sorry, Marion.
Oh, okay.
Marion. If we're trying to win, why you care about the 25 draft?
Cooper flag, future star, generational talent.
Oh, so you're trying to
not
change. You're
getting,
trying to
we not
change
getting him.
Take a step. You
But
can't.
If we don't win and we got our own pick, you don't know.
Y'all think Cooper gonna translate like that though?
Yes.
I got keep
Yeah.
watching. Cause this about to be his
we gonna
first
win the
season in
lottery.
college, right?
So we gonna win. So Mary,
Yeah, he's a
we gonna win
freshman
the
at
lottery
Duke. Yeah.
Makes it he dominate, man.
Hey, Orlando did it. Why can't us?
Come
We'll have
on,
our pick and we'll have Sacramento's pick.
Anything can happen now, bro. I'm a believer now, bro. We want to know
what
what.
with 3% of the chance.
We'll win that whole next year too, bro.
We're trying to
We'll
win. We're not trying to tank.
We'll
We're trying to
number one
win.
pick. If possible, we got a 0.2% chance, but we still.
But Mary, I do want to say, if we draft Sarr, and I know Larry is gonna fall out of chair, but if we draft Sarr and he does not start, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with
No,
that.
the hell I'm not.
If we take him number 1 overall, and he
No.
doesn't start,
He don't need to play the whole.
Starting over Star. Who would be starting over
Why
Star?
are you okay with that?
And who would be starting over him?
Exactly.
Oh no!
No, hell no.
No, sir.
No,
Because Mark Stein hinted at that in his article.
Fuck Mark Stein too.
Mark Stein must have been drinking out of a Stein. No, bro. He must have been drinking that. He must have been
what would be the lineup on Yeka starting?
He must have been at the Tar and Feathers drinking.
I don't. It's not real
you
defined. It's not
number
real
1.
defined because we don't know what we're gonna trade DJ for, and we don't know who's gonna be the wing. So
Get on that real quick. Do we actually get to draft DJ?
But see,
not my lifetime, but y'all lifetime. When we get a championship in y'all lifetime,
No.
Okay. So it don't matter.
I mean, so what's the biggest problem with that? I want to hear from y'all.
I'm about done.
Aside from PR, what's the biggest issue with that?
Period.
What's the biggest issue with that?
What's the biggest issue with that?
The biggest issue with that
He's too skinny.
With Sarr coming off the bench to start.
Because he'd automatically probably be your best defender.
I think
number 1.
As soon as he walks on and put on the Hawks jersey, he's the best defender on this team. It's not even close. He can guard 1 through 5. Why would you have that on the bench? That is
He ain't got to play 30 minutes, but he need to start.
Fire Quinn if he starts that kid in College Park or on the bench. I don't care if he's splitting time right down
I'm
the
just
middle like
saying.
a
I'm just saying it's a
If a
possibility.
Yeka
With how
Kongu
much
is
they value
starting over him,
development, it's a possibility.
if a Yeka Kongu starts over him, you should have traded the kid.
I'm gonna
If
go.
a Yeka
I'm gonna
Kongu
go
started
Because
over him, you need
remember,
I
I know
thought
he
you
didn't go
said we
number one
trying to
overall.
win.
Larry, I know he didn't go number one overall, but remember,
we're not drafting sorry, y'all.
Hey, I'm gonna go even further.
They're gonna take
Don't send him out there to the summer league to play. Ain't nothing he gonna learn out there in summer league.
Nah, he need to go to summer league.
No,
Ricky's always go to. I mean, first round.
Every player goes to summer league.
if
John.
y'all,
Every player
did
goes to summer league.
part of training camp.
Every player goes to summer league his first year.
where they talked about
Zion went, Ja,
but what are they
Trey,
learning?
everybody.
that article.
What are they learning out there? What are they learning in summer league?
They're learning the NBA
and
rigors on
Larry.
how to go to game and how to be a professional. That's when you start.
Oh,
You don't
no,
want to.
ho, ho,
You don't want to
ho.
start, John. You don't want them to start their regular season or training camp as that. That's why you have rookie OTAs in football. Same thing, John. You don't go.
Look.
You don't go for
They
draft.
didn't-
John,
look,
stop. John, you know better than that.
No,
Stop, John.
summer league is a waste of time.
No,
They
it's not,
look
John.
like a bunch of seventh graders running
John,
up and
that's the
down.
same
That's what
thing
they're trying to get out their system,
You
John.
know,
It's the exact
beating
thing
each
as
other up.
training.
And
It's the
then if
exact
that
thing
man
as
gets hurt in
OTAs.
summer league,
John,
if that man
summer
suffers
league
injury
is
in summer league,
OTAs.
he's done for the year.
John, so
Out
you
there
telling me that
playing where it
football don't need
even count.
OTAs?
So
No, no, sir.
Larry
and
John,
summer league is a waste of time for me.
You telling me that football don't need
I
OTAs?
see no benefit in it.
Stop it, John.
I see no benefit in it because
Hey,
you got people out there
hold on,
trying
John, for
to
a second,
try
John.
to get on team.
No, listen to this, John. The NBA training camp is 3 weeks. That includes preseason.
Exactly.
So when people talk about development, based off, they don't have time to.
They don't have time, John. That's why summer league is OTAs, John.
That part. But
it's OTAs.
This is when this man needs to go with a professional big man, somebody. You learn the NBA game there. You learn the NBA game there. But summer league, see the thing about summer league, like I said, summer league is a waste of time. Summer league is a waste of time. I'm looking at the brand of basketball there. You may as well play another year in college versus playing out there in the summer league. These jokers, you got people there trying to make reputations for themselves, trying to get onto teams. And these jokers, I mean, they wild. They have no. I don't
John,
like.
It's not just about going to play. It's also putting them in a situation that as a young player, can you concentrate in the city of sin on only basketball? It's not just about basketball, John. See, that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Summer league is imperative. Summer league is imperative to evaluate. Now, of course, the first rounders and stuff like that, they're guaranteed contracts, but second rounders aren't. So you put guys in a situation they can get in a lot of trouble, or they can hoop. What are you about? You know what I'm saying? That's when you get to see who guys really are. Are they ready to hoop, or are they gonna be their part? Because there's a lot of stuff to do in Vegas. It's a small city. You can get there with a cheap cab ride or Uber drive anywhere in the city. Me and my wife been there plenty of times. So again, it's not just about basketball. It's about how you handle yourself around the media, how you handle yourself with the city. Are you about ball, or are you gonna get into trouble? You know what I'm saying? So,
and wait a minute,
I vehemently disagree with your whole concept.
Before you draft an NBA player, do you not do your due diligence about what type of person? I'm talking about my very first round draft pick, or whoever it is. You do your due diligence to find out what type of person that man is before you even draft that person, as far as what you're talking about.
But you still put them through the ringer, though. You don't think so?
Hey, do y'all think?
Why is it held in Vegas?
No.
There's no reason why it could be held in Vegas.
Say what now?
There's literally no reason for it to be in Vegas outside of testing players.
Don't they have?
They're gonna be involved.
Well, they about to put a team there too, though. But I understand that.
I about to say they have other ones too, don't they? Don't they have other ones?
No. Summer League is strictly in Vegas. Me and my
But hold
wife
on,
been
they
a
have.
couple of
Don't
times.
they have? I could have sworn they had one in like a couple of games in Orlando.
No, so you have Utah that run their own. We're talking about
Yeah.
Utah run
It's
their
Salt
own
Lake,
Summer League
but it's
and
all
another
a part
team.
of the same thing. Yeah, Salt Lake. You got Salt Lake and you got Vegas.
Okay.
So, but
So,
yeah,
see-
all of that is just like put them in a professional atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? And see how they not just hoop against other people, because OTAs. You can say the same thing about OTAs in football. Like y'all ain't doing them. Y'all ain't even hitting. You ain't hitting. You
does
just
AJ
throwing the
play?
ball around.
Does AJ play in summer league this
of the
year?
collective bargaining agreement that those
AJ
players
Griffin?
signed. Now
Yeah, does
that's the
AJ Griffin
players'
play in
fault.
summer league this year?
Yeah, he was forced to do it. You know what I'm
See,
saying? But again,
that's the in football, that's the players' fault.
So he's playing again
Well,
this year?
I'm not sure. I doubt it. I doubt he's doing now.
If he
You know
on
what I'm saying? Third year.
AJ's gone, man. He gone.
if he on the roster, I don't think he's gonna be on
I
the
don't
roster.
even think AJ's gonna be here. But
I don't think he's gonna be on the roster personally.
Because
do
see,
you guys?
that first round draft pick does not need to be playing with no scrubs, or with no scrubs, or against no scrubs.
So I mean, like I said, I think
Chet got injured playing against LeBron. It don't matter, and everybody don't get injured.
Yeah, you're right, Linda. It used to be in Orlando, but that's why they switched to Vegas.
And see these tests.
I mean, so I joined late. So
But
you
the
put
biggest thing too,
unnecessary wear and tear.
10 degrees in Vegas. 105, 110 degrees in Vegas when they have summer league.
But that's right.
And at nighttime it's 95 degrees.
Yeah, but that's
What do y'all think?
right.
What do y'all think the chances are of them actually trading DeJounte this offseason?
Hey, I got a question for y'all.
It's getting less and less to me. I think it was going to happen. It's already going to happen. It's getting too close to the draft.
99.
You want
My
that to
guy
happen.
is staying
Matt,
on the
didn't you say that before
99%
trading deadline? Didn't you say that before the trade deadline?
What?
Yeah.
Yes or no? Yeah, he did say
I
that.
mean,
Yeah,
it was a
'cause I
shock
won
to the
money
whole
off of
league. He stayed.
Hey, man, I won that money.
It was a shock to everybody. He stayed.
He had to run me my money on that deal. We bet.
He had to run you that money foot.
Yeah, he ran me my money on that
It was
deal. So, yes, he
it was
said
a shock. It was a
Well,
shock to everybody. He stayed.
with this
But
ownership
again,
group and these people,
they didn't want to take a
nothing
loss on it. They could have
surprises.
traded him, Larry. They could have traded. They came
Hey,
very
but they
close to
did,
trading
right?
him, Larry.
They
Man,
could have
very
traded
close to
Quinn too,
trading.
but they didn't do that either.
I mean,
on that deal.
I don't think they're gonna trade him.
They didn't get that second first. So
Yo,
I don't think they're gonna trade him, man.
Matt, the reason I don't think they're gonna trade him is something that DeMond said. If they think that the problem with the defense was with the front court and not the back court,
they're gonna keep him.
They're gonna keep him.
They're gonna keep him.
But that's not. But they're not. But it has
Why
nothing
would
to
they
do with
say
that.
that?
It has the
Why
fact
would they
that
say
he
that?
doesn't work with Trey offensively either. I mean, I've
But
heard
they
that.
didn't put it.
Sure, I've heard
Man,
that.
I mean that this is one of the.
They're trading. But they're trading.
Woo,
But
boy.
they will be trading DeJounte Moore. It's not just the defense. Why they're trading him. He wants.
I mean,
more
think
on
Trey
ball.
and DeJounte.
Like I
think
said,
they need to make a decision.
Stupidest thing.
I don't think they work.
He wants
But
to play.
I
He
can
wants to
see-
play more on ball.
2 point guards. I just
There's a number of reasons why they're trading him.
but I don't
I'm
know,
not
man.
sure.
I don't think they're
His
gonna trade him.
offense-
Man.
I don't think he's
I
getting
think
traded.
they're gonna run it back, and if they don't, they'll probably. I mean, after this year,
Yes, he
like
is.
everybody says,
Yes,
Yeah,
they're
probably
not.
might
Not
be.
running it back. They're not running it back.
I think they last summer they did.
They're not running it
I
back.
keep telling they running it back.
But you think they're gonna run it back too?
Huh?
You think they're gonna run it back?
you might run it back and get Levine, man. Chicago is literally
We-
trying to give a Levine.
I
Levine away.
didn't know. I didn't know when I said that. I didn't know. I thought Quinn had already implemented his system. I didn't know last year was the first year he implemented it. So it makes sense why they brought
Matt,
him back
don't
last
you do
year,
that.
this year.
Hell no. I'm not gonna let you.
We got to take a sledgehammer.
You didn't know Quinn was bullshit.
Yo, man.
He always.
I didn't know.
Why?
I didn't until he said it at media day. Nobody knew. Nobody
lying,
knew
man.
he didn't implement his
Well,
system.
why you talking about it then?
Nobody knew
Why
that.
you want to talk
say that
about
stuff for Gazy, man.
Because
Yo,
I
what-
thought he implemented it.
Yo, it's
Bro,
possible.
Matt, that ain't what
It's
you
possible
lying,
Clint
man.
could be the only one gone after this year. That's how.
Yeah, I think that's the only move we're gonna make, man.
Who that?
Clint,
I think he's the only
possibly
one.
Hunter.
Clint's the only one
Clint
gone.
and possibly Hunter.
I don't think they're gonna move Hunter.
Like I
They
said,
say
I
gonna move.
don't know.
They
I don't
gonna
know
move
why-
Hunter after they
judgment.
I get history. I get history, but I don't know why y'all so skeptical. You know, Landry
man.
makes moves.
All right, we'll see, man.
What
Hey, man.
Is it a
played today.
flaw to try to build around a player that the architect has left? The architect of this team.
No, I mean
Yo,
I
that's a
mean
good
you
question,
build around
Ray.
JJ and Trey. I mean, it's pretty simple what they need around them.
No, you build around JJ. That's what you build around.
I'm just asking the question, guys.
What's your question, Larry?
No, I mean I think it's pretty simple. I think it's pretty
Do
simple
you
what they need.
continue to build around a player when the architect who basically visualized that is gone?
It's not even about building around a player. If the architect gone, it's around a 6 foot ball dominant guy. Period. You build a team where all the pieces fit together. That's what we need to be focused on. Not one dude and put whatever he need around it. You forget all that. I wish people stop just build around a player.
I
Build
hear you,
a
Foot, but that's not how they do it these days. I feel you, Foot. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, brother.
Well, how do they do it? And explain in detail. Pick a team.
They basically what Travis Sling did. He tanked this team and roster, and that's why Coach Bud left. But Coach Bud don't mind losing, but he didn't want to tank his
rebuild. I mean, that makes sense. What the heck? Okay,
rebuild. So he hired Travis Sling, hired his homie Lloyd Pierce to basically lose games, so he'll have a chance to draft a generational talent.
What does it have to do with building around?
And once they earmark that guy, it's kind of just like what they're doing with Wemby possibly. The timeline got moved up, you know.
But
what he's doing,
every team is built around someone.
Like once it happened like that, it's
like Dallas is built.
Darian, you wasting your time. I already told him that 500 times,
like
Darian. You wasting your time.
Look at it like
I don't listen to your dumb shit you be saying. Go ahead.
Let's go back to old school basketball.
I
see it.
He don't understand.
Let's look at the Pistons.
Let him talk, bro. Damn.
Let's look at the Pistons. All right. Let's look at the bad boy Pistons. All right.
Absolutely.
All right. We're gonna take it to old school so we can break it down. I feel like that's a perfect example of a team and an organization that looked at their star player, Isaiah Thomas, and said, okay, what do we need to make us a champion in the East? We got first, it was the Philadelphia 76ers with Dr. J, you know what I'm saying, Moses Malone. Then, of course, Bird, McHale, Parrish, and all them. Then you got a young upstart with Jordan, and they're trying to put pieces around him. Same thing with Jordan. In my opinion, the way you build a team is once you get that one guy, then you start filling out. You don't go best player available anymore. You go best player to fit this player, that accent his strengths and cover up his weaknesses. Case in point.
Can I step in real quick with that?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, and I'm glad you used Detroit as an example.
Yeah.
What Detroit did. So see, it's not building necessarily around Isaiah. It was about bringing them pieces that fit the team as a whole. It's not covering up Isaiah weak because just look at that squad, right?
Did you look at that documentary?
Huh?
What?
Yeah.
Go look at the Bad Boy documentary. They literally said we got Isaiah and we try to figure out what pieces we could do to build around Isaiah Thomas.
So
you know what I'm saying? Atlanta Hawks drafted John Concat. Okay. Even though we had
John Contract?
Yeah. Even though we had Trey
the human foul.
Exactly. Even though we had
Tree,
and we drafted Kevin Willis. So, and then they drafted Joe Dumars because they needed a defender and ball and second ball handler with Isaiah Thomas. Yes, go look it up. We drafted Concat. They drafted Joe Dumars. Hey, guess what we needed? Nah, we just want to run with John Battle and Doc Rivers and Spud Webb, who was a novelty. Oh, that's cute. But again,
typical Hawks.
But that's my point. The Hawks have always been branded the scarlet leather of a horrible ownership. Ted Turner, people like to wax poetic about Ted Turner in the Omni. Yes, he cared, but he more cared about ratings. So you look at Trae Young right now. You got Tony Wrestler. He's the golden goose on
now,
ratings
Larry,
and bringing people in there, right?
Now,
Dominique Wilkins, the same thing, just getting on TBS. You need an exciting player to draw program. That's all Ted Turner really cared about.
Yeah, because
no, whoa,
John, stop the John. Ted Turner cared about
I got
programming.
to say something about this one. Now,
He
Larry,
cared about
you
program.
might be right about that. However, Ted Turner trusted the wrong people. Stan Caston,
and Pete Babcock. Don't even mention the man right now.
We agree on that, John. But what I'm saying is it's still ownership problem.
Between Stan Caston,
still ownership problem.
But see, when you are an owner and you know nothing about what you own, like Captain Outrageous was, he didn't know anything about the Braves. He didn't know anything about baseball. He didn't know anything about basketball.
But he tried to manage him.
Out of frustration, Larry. That was frustration.
Man, whatever, man.
That was frustration. But let me finish
City
this about the Hawks. Let me finish this about the Hawks. He trusted Stan Caston to run both of those franchises, and he ran them right into the damn ground.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know the Braves and the Hawks had the same damn general manager.
They did.
Yeah.
They
and
did.
Stan Caston, I caught him on the radio after he traded.
I mean, that happens.
I think that was Babcock.
No. Stan, they were together because Stan Caston became president and Babcock became general manager.
The general manager. Yes, that's
okay.
Exactly.
And
so,
hey guys,
John,
I'm gonna read something that's funny. I'm gonna read something funny real quick. I just thought, because of course, the Luca thing or whatever, but it's just showing just basically like how we not the biggest losers, quote unquote, from that though. But I didn't know this.
We're not.
The Suns actually they just hired, I guess, the coach Igor, whatever his last name is though. But I didn't realize that.
So they had to do that quick after they filed on one day.
No, he literally I ain't talking about nothing now. I'm talking about then before drafted Luca. They had literally the Slovenian national team coach, head coach, and he won a gold medal with Luca, and he was part of the organization, and he was telling them that Luca is the guy, and they ain't take him. They wanted 8.
Hey, guess who he coaches for now?
Look, guys.
Guess who he coaches for now?
We ain't the only one. To be honest, outside of Igor, we had the second best draft.
Igor,
I ain't know that.
Igor Chicago.
Oh, well, then he sucked too. Then. That's another non-defensive person. Was that the European offensive mind? Now who it was that they're talking about?
It was the same.
So
thing
not
him.
That was the same thing in Cleveland.
And Quinn the Western
Ryan George.
Wait a minute, Mike. Mike, you can't talk out of both sides though, because a minute ago I heard you say when there's a tie in terms of talent, you take the bigger man. Aiden was 7'1". He was the bigger man. That's why they
ain't tied in talent though.
But they ain't the same talent.
They were.
No, they want the same type talent.
I don't know if Mary, I hear what you're saying. You correct. I don't know if they saw them as equal. I'm just pointing out that it's hilarious that, I'm upset about us because it's like our guys, our scouting department went there, actually put eyes on them, saw them, did a little research, and walked away and said, no, that's disappointing. But it's not like we didn't want him. His coach, literally an inside person who definitely knows the game and stuff like that, know him and everything like that, telling you to do it and you still don't do it. I'm just saying, that's funny. That's all it is, bro.
Well, they had Devin Booker.
Here's the other thing.
They had Devin Booker, so that's why they didn't do it.
Real quick. Here's the other thing, and this goes to what Matt's trying to say. So Matt, hold on for a second. I put it in the chat. In the chat, Slink called Doncic the safe pick. He said he is the quote unquote safe prospect. This was from an article before the draft.
Bro, I ain't gonna be able to sleep tonight, dog.
Hold on, man. Let me ask you a question.
Before that, he called him the safe prospect. That suggests that he didn't like it, but what we are ignoring is the compensation. The compensation is that you got the number 3 pick and a lottery pick the next year.
Hey, bro, we hired a gambler, bro. We had a gambler as a GM, dog.
Man, that's the
Travis be buying Fairchild, dog. Like Travis be.
Hey, chat. Hey, everybody. It's time for us to go in the back. Coming up on 2 hours. So if y'all want to join us,
oh man, not on that note. That man, that.
No, what? So
Trey is a player, guys. And we could have had Marvin Bagley the third. So
I didn't get a chance to be petty tonight, so save that for next show.
All right, so hey,
y'all
want to come join us in the back?
He didn't
want there go the link. We appreciate it. Go ahead and smash that like.
We could have had Marvin Bagley. We could have had Marvin Bagley the third.
He didn't want Marvin Bagley.
Smash that like button, guys.